I made a short PowerPoint for my presentation over water poverty around the world. In case you didn't know what water poverty is, below is a short definition. Dry Poverty by Sara. North America, water and poverty. North America is well off when it comes to water, yet there are a couple in poverty, but this is not from water availability. Researchers say that Americans have 100% access to safe water. To the side is a picture where it says End Water Poverty, Sanitation for All. This is an international campaign calling for sanitation and was started in America. Below is a map. In blue there is little to no water scarcity, and that's in North America and South America. The places in red and yellow are approaching physical water scarcity or already have physical water scarcity, and that is in Central America, which we'll talk about next. Central America, water and poverty. Nearly 31% of the world's freshwater resources are found in Latin or Central America, making it the most water-rich in the world. Yet many parts still have unsanitary water due to that region's current state of poverty. Below is a picture of a young girl living in Venezuela. She's drinking from a community faucet, and the water is very unsanitary. To the side is a picture. Is a map. The blue areas has little to no water scarcity as the other map we saw, and in red, that's the places in red are Central America, and they have physical water scarcity. Africa, water and poverty. We are not talking about all of Africa. It's the second largest continent in the world. Some places are well off and others aren't when it comes to water, sanitation, and poverty. In this slide, I tried to focus on sub-Saharan Africa and other small villages in poverty. One of the greatest causes of poverty is the lack of access to clean drinking water. To survive and not dehydrate, the women and children of sub-Saharan Africa walk long periods of time collecting contaminated water from small ponds and puddles. Imagine carrying a container that weighs about 40 pounds, or better try imagining carrying a toddler for 3 hours straight. When water comes, a lot will change. Education. Students are freed from gathering water and return to class. Health. Time lost to sickness is reduced. People are lifted out of poverty. Poverty. Access to water can break the cycle of poverty. And hunger. Access to water leads to food security. Also, with less crop loss, hunger is reduced. Schools can feed students with gardens. Next slide. Here's the questions. Here are the answers to the questions on the green sheet we got. These answers in this order can help us compare and contrast the different places in the world and where they stand when it comes to water and poverty. First question is, what are some statistics of water availability in your chosen region? In North America, there's 100% access to safe water. Did you know that the average American family uses more than 300 gallons of water per day at home? And then when Africa is asked that same question, there are nearly 1 billion that lack access to clean water, and that's on a shorter area. And then in Central America, we have nearly 200 million lack sanitation. And then when we compare all of those, Africa, right over here, has the most people that lack access to clean water. Next question. What are some effects of the people in your region because of water scarcity? In North America, we have none. And then Africa, it affects their poverty, education, hunger, because you can't grow food. And in Central America, it impacts health, education, and tourism. People touring the world won't really want to come to that area because they're scared. There's not that much water there too. So, next question is, what is the general physical geography of your region? In North America, it's a really large place, so I have mountains, plains, and more. Africa, deserts, oases, highlands, and more. Central America, high mountains, lowlands, and plains. That's pretty much it. It's a general idea of it. And why is water scarce in your region? Is it because of a natural factor like a hot, dry climate, or for man-made reasons? North America, the water isn't scarce due to human contributions. Africa, it's affected by their poverty. Poverty is a big cause in that. And in Central America, it's the lack of awareness of the true cost of water. Next question is, what kind of solutions to the water shortage in your region have been tried by any certain countries, governments, aid organizations, if any? In North America, they're trying to use less water. Africa, there's various donation projects, and they're trying to work with local partners like America. And Central America, they have a partnership with World Bank, water and sanitation program. World Bank has a potential to find common solutions on this topic in this area, such as water. They're buying minerals, oil, and gas, which will help Central America get out of poverty. And our next slide. I did this small experiment, and it turned salt water into drinking water. In many parts of the world today, fresh water is scarcer than ever due to poverty. People, land, and animals are becoming parched. Scientists are busy exploring ways to take salt out of salt water in large quantities. I've set up a quick and easy experiment you can also do. You can always put more salt in the soup, but once it's there, you can't get it out. Is this saying true? Let's see. In the experiment I did, I took a large bowl and filled it with 1.5 tablespoons of salt and 3 cups of water, and dissolved the salt into the water. After that, I put a smaller bowl which was empty in it, covered both bowls with plastic wrap, and I can show you guys a picture of that later. I covered both bowls with plastic wrap, sit outside in the sun for a whole day while I was at school, and put a rock in the middle, which made the plastic wrap slant in. After that, some of the water precipitated, and all of it was caught in the middle on the plastic wrap, and then small droplets began to fall in the smaller bowl. After that, I did a little taste test and tasted the water in the small bowl, and it had no salt in it. So that was a really cool experiment. Thanks for listening to my presentation, and I hope you gained a fair amount of knowledge on my topic and what it has to do with different regions in the world. Bye!